Level 76. Hey, congrats, bro. I'm level 73 and like 2/3 right now. I don't think I'm getting this badge, bro. It's really insane how much XP you need. You need like 1 million XP for the last 3 levels. So it's like, ooh, can't access the game. Let me see this. Just installed it again and played it during early access, but it keeps telling me to update when I'm already up to date. Any fix? Brutal, man. No one even responded. Yeah, you're that fucked, buddy. The real potential of the Pilfer. Oh yeah, I saw this one. It's just like he's chasing after this Mega Charge scavenger, and this is the annoying part about him. You see, for me, I play Headbanger, right? So it's like a close range weapon. You have to get like really close to your opponents. This guy, he's using a long ranged weapon that has a speed boost every 3 seconds, and he still can barely catch up to this fucker. I'm like, what were you guys thinking? Like, normally, like, you can. I feel like this is one of those mistakes that the devs implemented that is just like genuinely like. And he didn't even get a core from it, bro. Brutal. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those genuinely unintended mistakes. New map bugged. Oh yeah, there was this rift earlier that was it kept kicking everybody because there's supposed to be like a 2v2, but they somehow fucked that up, and like it was just like a 1v1v1v1, and it would crash anytime someone got killed or like hurt, I think. I don't know what. I have no idea what they were doing, but is what it is. No tryhard strategy to 5-star last weekly rift, Dragon Cave. For some reason, many players are obsessed with the idea of 5-starring Dragon Cave Rift by stacking all bosses and killing them with Venom Bow. Apparently, they consider this unnecessarily difficult plan a display of skill, knowing the fact that it obviates many stage mechanics. Oh, is this so long? Okay. Oh, this is just Techno Fist. This is just Techno Slop, bro. Stick together and push middle, clearing spot by spot to kill him on mid bombs. Move right to the next big baby. Don't ignore 3 dot guys. Give good XP and can be healed if needed. Man, I really hate how all the rifts have turned into like Techno Slap. Like 90% of them, you just use Techno Fists and just crit everything until you win. And it's like they overtune these like that weapon way too much. Just downloaded this app after seeing an ad for it, but can't get past the screen. I installed the game several times. Yeah, I mentioned this in a past video. This is the biggest issue Moko has, like bigger than any of the other issues inside the game combined. If people can't play, then people won't pay. That's the long and short of it. Moko needs to add more functionality, or at least support for lower end devices, because a lot of casual gamers like this guy are going to see like an ad for it and going to be like, okay, I want to try it, and then they download it and it doesn't even fucking work, right? So it kind of alienates a vast majority of people, because I can't personally speak because I don't know how many people have high-end phones versus low-end, but high-end phones are pretty expensive, right? And considering today's economy, like I don't think that like too many people are gonna be like rocking high-end phones, or at least not as many as the people who would just like buy a lower-end phone, which can like it can get things done and be just as useful as a higher-end phone, minus like a couple things that like still make it worth the cost, right? So you've got like this huge audience of people with lower end phones, potentially. I might be mistaken. I could be completely fucking up the numbers. But if it is true, which I personally think it might be true, there is an audience out there at least that has lower end devices. that just completely can't access the game because there's no support for lower end devices at all, which to me is just ridiculous. Like, if you guys want to grow your game, you're going to need to figure out a way to support these devices. Otherwise, people can't play the game, and as a result, people aren't going to spend money, and it's just going to be so much harder for this game to grow. So, yeah, they definitely need to get on this, because, yeah, this is the second post I've seen about this, and I've seen other posts about people, like, for me, my phone is able to run it, but it also crashes a lot, you know? And same with like a bunch of other pro players, like they talk about crashing issues and whole bunches of stuff, and it's like, you guys need to add like a low quality mode or something. Just get support for lower end devices, like prioritize that ASAP. Okay. Weapon mastery is a mods concept. Okay, let me get a look at this. I'm always loving these concepts. Why is it sideways, bro? Could you not turn it 90 fucking degrees? I have to crank my head and shit. Weapon masteries are gained from using certain weapons. By progressing them, you can gain currency, cosmetic, and weapon mods. Interesting. Weapon mods modify a weapon's skills and or stats to create new player styles for the same weapon. I feel like that's like old Moko, right? Streamlined fist, 20% attack speed minus 30% max HP. Filling up combo bar, attack speed increases 50%. Big hit. Oh, I see. Like different versions of the same weapon. That actually would be kind of cool, you know? I don't know if they should implement that, just because I feel like it makes things like really complex. But who knows? Maybe that's what they need. I do like this idea though. It's actually kind of neat, you know? Multiple modifiers can be used at once. They do not buff weapons. They only provide customizations and alternative play styles to them. Okay, that's a fucking lie, alright? Like, look at, like, filling up combo bar, attack speed increases 50% on fist. That would be so busted. Like, I get what you're trying to say. Like, you're, like, ideally it would be, like, different, like, niches, you know, like one is good for this scenario, one's good for that scenario, and then another is good for a different scenario. But I'm not gonna lie, bro, like that's kind of how they did like old Moko. And if you, those of you who don't know, old Moko was like it ended up turning into like this meta where everyone ran the same build. Like you were able to customize like the gameplay was completely different than it is now. Like you were able to make your own class of character using like a bunch of tools and then a weapon and combining them to form your own like play style, whatever. And there turned out to just be like this one that was just way better than every other one, and so everybody just used that, you know. So I don't really think that going back to that, like it could work, but it you know, I do like the concept though. Like that being said, that's the only caveat that I have. Universal upgrade cores. Upgrade cores are no longer tied to certain weapons, but accommodate more unique builds. I kind of wish this was the case. I know the reason why they don't. It's because like certain cores and certain weapons would just be busted as fuck. But I'm not gonna lie, that would be fun as hell, you know? Like maybe just for like the first couple of days, you just have some really busted ass core on this like one like weapon that it should not be on whatsoever. Like I love exploits like that, bro. Like it's kind of my entire my channel, my gimmick. So you know, I'd be down for this. You know, this is a pretty